My two favorite prop firms just got even better. It's been a while since I did a video on Lucid, so I'm gonna just quickly update everything new about Lucid, which is the main focus of this video, and then I'm just going to start off with Alpha Futures, since they have also had a little change recently, which does bump them up a bit in terms of how good of a firm they are. So quickly, Alpha Futures, they have made some changes to their zero plan, which I think is the best plan for a lot of people out there. It's their plan with no activation fees, so it's definitely their most cost-effective plan. But the changes they have recently made is you can now do a funded reset, so you can pass the account, qualify it, and then if you fail the funded account, you can pay a $500 fee to reset that funded account. This is only on the zero plan, so you can see the standard and advanced plan. This doesn't exist, but on the zero plan it does. So obviously this is good because now you don't have to go through the whole evaluation process every time you fail an account. If you want to, you can just reset it. Obviously it's going to cost a fair bit, but if you're taking payouts frequently, then it's still worth doing. They've also upped the allocation to 5. This was 3, so almost doubled the amount of accounts you can have, which is obviously going to increase how scalable this prop firm is. It now brings it up to what is the standard amount of accounts that you can have across firms, apart from something like Apex. And they added a 25k account that wasn't there before. We only had 50 and 100k options before, now we've got the 25k. So if you're someone that's wanting to go for an even cheaper plan, then you have that as an option. That's all the changes with Alpha Futures. Now we'll move on to Lucid, where things have changed a fair bit. So just to bring you up to speed, I last did a video on Lucid about 2-3 months ago, and since doing that video, they introduced an entirely new account. They then got rid of one of the other accounts, and then they brought back the account they have got rid of, and then got rid of the other account and combined it into the one that they are now offering. So probably a good time for me to do this video, because it seems like things have stabilized a little bit since they've made so many changes. So let's just walk through what those changes were. So since me doing the last video, they added an account called the Lucid Black account. And this was a good option, but people kind of missed the Lucid Pro account, which they got rid of when they added Lucid Black. They then added Lucid Pro back and then decided, you know what, we're just going to combine Lucid Black with Lucid Pro. So let's just walk through Lucid Pro in general now, since it is a pretty different offer to what it was when I last did the video. It's now a better offer. It's going to cost you $109.20 as a one-time payment, and that's if you use a coupon code. So code KAICAP to get that price. Otherwise, you're going to be paying the big $185 price. That is a one-time payment. If you're not familiar with that, that just means that you're only going to pay that and then you will not pay anything else, not even an activation fee. This is why Lucid is a very hot prop firm at the minute. And then you can pass this in as little as 1 day, which is obviously nice. And then the funded rules, one thing that has changed here is the days to pay out. This was 5, now it's 3. The consistency rule has stayed the same at 40%, but they also gotten rid of a minimum amount of profit on each day. So before you needed 5 minimum days of $100 or more. Now that's completely gone. Now you don't need any minimum days of whatever amount of dollars. So if you have a break-even day or something, that's gonna count towards your days to pay out. So that's obviously a really nice quality of life improvement. Most of the other things are the same. It's just that now you have a payout profit target of $500. So that's gonna obviously mean that you're gonna need to make $500 before you can request a payout. So that's just something to be aware of. Not really much of a downside, since you're gonna be requesting about that much anyway if you're requesting a payout with Lucid. And then another thing is that their payouts to live used to be 6, now it is 5. Moving to live never really benefits you as a trader, no matter what the prop firm. So this is obviously a negative thing going from 6 to 5. It means that you can take 1 payout less before you get moved to live. And then all these other things, all these other rules are still the exact same. If you are unfamiliar with any of them, then I would encourage you to go and check out my previous video, which I will link at the end of this one. Lucid now also offer TradeC as a platform. From what I understand, this is basically just a Project X clone trying to replace TopStep X now, since everyone is kind of competing with TopStep X after that whole scandal. And then I believe the Flex account rules have stayed pretty much the same, apart from the payout to live, that has also gone from 6 to 5. But yeah, all these other rules on the Flex have stayed the same. So basically what has happened since I did that last video was, before, I really did prefer the Flex account to the Pro. Now it's a bit more of an even playing field. You could even definitely argue that Pro is better for some things. Obviously, the Pro account on Lucid comes in at a higher cost, so there is that to consider. But I do genuinely think that these accounts are very, very even. If anything, the Pro is definitely a better option just because it's a bit easier to reach a payout and it is a bit more scalable. With Flex, you do obviously have a little bit more flexibility. There's less rules to follow, but the drawback is your scalability. You can scale easier on the Pro account, you have less rules to follow on the Flex account. So think about it that way if you're looking at these accounts. That is everything I've got for you boys in this video. I just wanted to do a quick little update on what's changed at these two firms, since they are the main two firms that I push to people. But that is everything in this video, boys. If you want to go and check out my original Lucid video, which still has a lot of value in there and will explain all these things in a lot more detail, then you can go and check that out right there. But yeah, that's it from me. So I'll wish you good luck good trading. Catch you later, boys.